Welcome to the Code with Reza channel. My name is Reza and I'm here to teach you Python. Today I want to talk about Progressbar. Let's go to the code. Let's import tkinter. Now let's create the root. Now let's create the first progress bar. So we say progress bar 1, for example, equals ttk dot progress bar. We pass the parent, which is root, orientation, which is horizontal, and length, which is 200. Orientation shows that we need to have a horizontal progress bar, and the length is the length of the progress bar. So let's show it, put it on the window using the pack layout manager, and let's run it. This is the progress bar. Now let's do more with the progress bar. Let's set the mode indeterminate. When we say indeterminate, means the actual progress can't be determined. It's for the time that we don't know exactly how much work we have. So we set to this one and we start it. Start. Let's see what happens. Look at the animation. It goes from left to right and from right to left. This is for the time where the mode is indeterminate. Look at this. If I change the mode, it will also change. Let's change to determinate and run it. Look at the animation. It goes from left to right only. And at the end, it reaches to the right. This is the difference between determinate and indeterminate. So let's go back to indeterminate. And when we want to finish, for example, when we start and later in the code, we stop it. If I run it, you don't see anything because as soon as I start, I will stop it. So you don't see anything. Get here, you just see the progress bar. It doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's create another progress bar. So I will come here and say progress bar, this time 2. etk dot progress bar, pass the root, orient, horizontal, length 200. Use the pack layout manager. And this time, this progress bar is determinate. So determinate. When we have a determinate, means we know the actual process, how long is the actual process, when is the end of the actual process. In this case, we need to pass the maximum. Maximum is 20. And at the moment, where are we? We are at step 15. Let's have a look. Look at the second one. The first one, no, the second one. It's determinate, means the animation starts from left and goes to right. The maximum is 20 steps. The maximum work that should be done is 20 steps. We specify it here. And we have done 15 steps so far. 15 steps is done. This is how we show it. Now let's change the value. We can change the value. For example, later at the down, we can say, no, let's say value is, for example, 10. We can correct it. Now the value is 10 means in the middle. It should be in the middle. The progress bar should be in the middle. Look at here. The whole thing is 20 and the value is 10, which means we have done 10 steps. 10 steps is left. Now let's move the progress bar one step. If you want to move the progress bar one step, for example, during the code, we can say step. That's all. Here we move it one step further. So if I run it, it should be in 11th step. It's not very clear, but it's a little bit to the right of the middle. Now let's move the progress bar 5 steps. If we need to progress it for more than one step, we can say step 5, for example. We started at 10, one step here, 5 step here. So we should be at 16, step 16. Close to end. Look at here. We are close to the end. We can also use a variable and control the progress bar using that. So let me show you. I can come here and say a value is of type double, and we set our value to 7, and we can say progress bar config. Let's set the variable to our value. So it says, okay, look at the value variable. Whatever it says, this is my step. So we set it to 7. So it means it is at step 7. Let's have a look. A little bit less than 10. 10 is in the middle. A little bit less than that here. This is step 7. So if you change this variable, the value, it moves. Now let's create a scale component. For creating the scale component, we can say scale equals ttk scale root orient horizontal length, let's say 400. It gets a variable. So we say variable equals the value. We use the same value variable. So means when we pass a variable, means that when the user changes the scale, the value will be stored in the value variable. And because the value is used in the progress bar too, it affects our progress bar too. We can see it now. And there are two interesting things here. One of them is from. This scale should start from, for example, 0.0, and it goes to 20.0. I can come here and do this for clarity. And we pack the scale and we say, okay, now our scale, for example, is at 5.5. Let's have a look. This is our scale. It starts from 0, which is here, from 0, and it finishes at 20, which is, we specify here 20. And at the moment it's here, which is, we set it by this one, scale that's set 5.5. Because it is in 5.5, the value 5.5 is stored in this value. And because this value is used in the progress bar, so the progress bar is in 5.5. So what if I move this scale to the left or right? What happens? If I move it to the right, the value that we select will be increased. So the value of the value variable will increase. So the progress bar also increase. Look at here, like this. We go to the end. This is 20 in the scale, and this is 20 on our progress bar. The reason that these two are linked, because both of them use the same variable, and that variable is value. That's all for today. In the next video, I will show you how to create a frame. Thank you for watching and see you later.